Hello and welcome to day 117 on the Pacific Crest Trail. So, last day in California, first evening in Oregon. It is very exciting and it doesn't feel real. And I'm not sure it will feel real, at least until after we get to Ashland, and then it feels like we're properly in Oregon, because we're still like going northeast at the moment, and most of the trail in Oregon is just straight north. But yeah, it's weird, like we are in Oregon now. It doesn't feel like it. Like the terrain is still quite similar to what we were just walking through. It's not like there was a clear kind of geographical divide like there was between like the desert and the Sierras and then NorCal. But yeah, new state. Very exciting, like big milestone. Just crazy that we're actually here. We've only got these two states left, like 900-ish miles to go. Scary times, beginning of the end. Anyway, so yeah, last night slept pretty well, kind of made up for some of the sleep deprivation I've had recently, although the tent did blow down at 5 a.m. Because there was the tiniest of breezes. Just like, yeah, the ground was quite rocky last night, so I struggled to tent peg it in, and I used Big Rock, Little Rock, which was mostly effective. Like, yeah, it lasted until 5 a.m, but then one of my poles did fall down, which was very sad. And it was a little bit cold at the time, so I stayed in till 6 a.m, until it warmed up a little bit, and then started at about 7 and hiked the first 5 miles or so with a couple that I'd first properly chatted to at Bernie Ranch, Songbird and Frosty, and they walked with us for a little bit, and as we went along we told them about the new knowledge we had about the moss and how it didn't grow where the snow line was, so we were kind of measuring as we went how far under the snow we'd be, which for part of it was quite far. We'd be quite dead, or at least very cold. We also went past Alex's Hole Spring, which I have a screenshot of and a photo. I'll put those both in. Sadly, we did not get water there, and I kind of regret not. It would have been amazing for the last water that we got in California to be from my hole, but I didn't really think that far ahead, and also didn't want to carry water for an extra, like, I think it was 2 or 4 miles to the next water. So laziness prevails overall, even though humour could have won out. And speaking of humour, there was another Alex that you can see the comment of that made the joke already, so I'm not even being that original right now. But yes, we did then continue on after the water through some fairly cruisy forest, which maybe was a little taste of what Oregon might be like. Somehow we could still see Mount Shasta, which in hindsight does kind of make sense, because we were heading like northwest and now we're heading northeast again, so we're kind of coming back on ourselves, but crazy to still be able to see it. It feels like we've been looking at Shasta for weeks. And then after that we did get the last water we would ever get in California, about 4 miles before the border. Monumental. And then just before the border, about 1 mile out, there are a bunch of cows, which I was really excited about, because over the past few weeks there's been quite a few comments on Far Out in various areas saying like, oh, watch out for the cows, there's loads of cows around, and I've seen loads of cow poop but no cows. But today I saw them and they were glorious. It was very exciting. And then we got to the border, and it was just, it feels a bit unreal, as I was saying. Like, we were there, you got all the signs everywhere, we had a little dance party, we listened to some Pitbull, we ate some iced honey buns, because what else are you going to do, how else are you going to celebrate? We were quite hungry when we got there, but that was fun. We signed the register, we looked at each other in awe and amazement, and then we carried on our way up to lunch, which was only about 0.3 miles up, but quite a few feet uphill. We had a little micro nap during lunch to prepare for the next bit of climb, which was about 1,000 feet over about 2.5 miles before about 10 miles total before we got to camp. And it was fairly cruisy, lots of downhill, and then a little but very steep hill to finish off the day. And annoyingly, I've got some foot pain going on. I'm going to blame it on my shoes just having lost all support and being too small, the wrong size and shape for my feet now. But tomorrow, hopefully, we can get new shoes. I've walked in these for about 600 miles. It's come up very quickly, but I'm definitely ready for a new pair. So yeah, despite the pain of the feet, I was very much appreciating all the views around everywhere. yeah, the views in Oregon, the views of Oregon wilds that I've been looking at the hills of Oregon for like the last half of the day. They were great, and hopefully it won't be too green tunnely as we go through, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, looking very much to tomorrow. Short day, about 16 miles. Today was about 23 in total. So 16 miles to get into town, and then hopefully we can sort out what we're doing. Go to Medford perhaps, get some shoes, get everything else sorted, and then Redwoods in the next few days, some chill days, which will be good to relax. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'll see you there.